My name is Lacey Dill, and I'm here to talk to you about a topic that goes largely unreported in our nation. That topic is elderly abuse. There were over 500,000 cases reported this past year. That includes cases of self-neglect. That is just too many. We have worked together and developed a targeted campaign with several solutions to combat this problem, to hopefully eradicate and diminish the incidences of elderly abuse in North America. Our campaign involves education, cross-detection, interagency coordination, respite care, social contact, and counseling. Education is key to the diminishing of incidences of elderly abuse. Police officers, legislators, families, caregivers, and most importantly, elderly people need to understand what their rights are and understand what is right and what is wrong. Elderly abuse can come in the forms of psychological abuse, financial neglect, physical violence, medicinal abuse, self-neglect, and the list goes on. This is too many incidences. This is too many reports. We need to be part of the solution. We need to educate those around us, to recognize the signs, and to do their part to ensure that this does not happen. Cross-detection and interagency coordination tie in very closely with education. We need to be using different sets of eyes in different paradigms to understand where this problem is coming from. This is not just going to be from a caregiver perspective or a family member perspective. This is going to be from the National Committee Against Elderly Abuse. This is going to come from Adult Social Services. This is going to come from families and caregivers, and most importantly, from the elderly person. This type of interagency coordination between the services also ensures that there is not a duplication of efforts, processes are streamlined, and that each entity understands what is going on with the other one. This type of education and sharing of knowledge between agencies is integral to the success of diminishing elderly abuse in America. Social services like contact, support, respite care, and coalition are integral to the success of diminishing elderly abuse because that respite care helps to reach out to individuals, and developing community and city and state and federal coalitions to understand and combat elderly abuse is also integral to its success. These coalitions will ensure that fair rights for all elderly individuals are met and that there is a minimum quality of life standard across the board. This type of social contact also ensures that the mental health of the elderly individuals stays up, and if on a continued basis, this will ensure that if elderly abuse is happening, we will understand over the gradual progression of emotional, psychological, or mental degradation. These warning signs will also help to alert the agencies involved, including Adult Protective Services and the National Committee Against Elderly Abuse, that there is a problem and it needs to be handled correctly. In the event that we miss something, and we as a coalition and a nation have missed several times on a daily basis incidences of elderly abuse, it happens. It happens every day, and we are trying our very best, and unfortunately there are still some incidences that get by us. In the event that this happens, the National Coalition Against Elderly Abuse and Learning Team A has implemented a counseling plan based in week progressions, whether that is 6, 12, 18, or 18 plus weeks of counseling, so that the elderly individual affected by the abuse understands the techniques and tools to combat those behaviors and to mentally process what happened to them and hopefully try to move on and maintain a happy, healthy mental state despite that terrible neglect and abuse situation. This problem is prevalent now. The solution is a targeted campaign that I have laid out before you. Is there more work to come? Absolutely. Is Learning Team A and hopefully the community coalitions and your legislators ready to make a difference? Absolutely. If you are interested, there will be links at the end of this commercial that link you to the National Committee Against Elderly Abuse, your state legislators. Be part of the change. Be the difference. That's where we're coming from. Thank you. All references will be cited at the end of this movie and at the end of this presentation. Thank you.